NBA fans, welcome back to my channel. Jordan versus LeBron. Now, on this one, we're going to be talking about Jaylen Brown. Was he worth the money? As we look at everything that has happened this year with Jaylen Brown, when we look back and we look at his stats today, was he worth the money? As a number two, Brown and the Celtics have reportedly agreed to a 5-year, $304 million contract, Supermax extension, the richest contract in NBA history. He officially signs the contract on Wednesday. He says, I appreciate the investment and the commitment from the Celtics and the rest of the community, Brown said. He did say thank you, but maybe I'm just taking a little piece off of here. But for you to get a contract like that, I mean, I just think, you would think he would say more. Yeah, so this guy is a number two to Tatum. And we're going to go over his career stats so far, last year's stats, in the regular season and in the playoffs, and then look at his stats this season to see if, did his play warrant the highest contract in NBA history? I mean, we just got to look at it. We're going to see this year, has he been living up to that contract? I don't care about you guys saying, oh, you're trying to count this man money. You trying to count this man money. So every time you go to a game, he's counting your money. Every time you're watching a basketball game, he's counting your money. Okay? And I'm going to say this up front. It doesn't seem like to me that, especially in the NBA, it doesn't seem like these guys are getting paid based on, are they worth the money? It seems like these guys are getting paid based on, give these guys the money so we can raise ticket prices, food prices, liquor prices, parking prices, and all these prices. And for the blue-collar working people or people who's barely making ends meet out here, it's not good for these type of people to pay these crazy expensive prices to go see these guys play. As we know, I think Uncut Hoops, he did a video on this, and he's shouts out to him, and he was showing you the fans in the stands back in the 80s and 90s, and what you had back then, and maybe the early 2000s, it was filled with blue-collar workers. Okay, and more your corporate people was, in upstairs and, the corporate seats or whatever like that. But now you go to the game, it's more white-collar people, suits and ties. These guys writing off the season tickets on their business accounts and stuff like that. So the NBA, they see this stuff. So they know they could just charge anything because the corporate people are just charging this off and writing this stuff off. And they have no problem with this. So we can get deeper into that, but, we can say these guys are overpaid, but it's a lot of people that's overpaid. To me, it's a kid's game. I just don't see how these guys are making this kind of money. To me, they don't have the talent to make this kind of money. They might have like the athleticism, but they don't have the talent and the skills and the fundamentals of, let's say, past players to me. So let's go ahead and get into this. For his career, 18.3 points a game, 5.2 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1 block, on 47.8 field goal percentage, 72.3 from the line, and 36.4 from three. That's for a career. We can't beat up on somebody's career numbers because they always go down because, your numbers aren't that high when you come in the league. And Also, when you're going out the league. So last season, he put up 26.6 points per game, 6.9 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.3 steals on 49% shooting from the line. He shot 76.5. From three, he shot 33.5. Playoffs, 27.7 points per game, 5.6 rebounds, assists, 3.4 assists, 1.1 steals per game. He shot 49.6 from the floor. And then the free throw, 68.9. From three, he shot 35.4. Now, this season, because what I just read off, that warranted the biggest contract in NBA history. How? I don't know why. We'll talk about that in a minute. This season, we're about to be to the All-Star break next month. He's put up 23.5 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1 block, 49.4 from the field, 74.4 from the line, and he's shooting 36% from three. Now, it looks like so far from last year, his stats have gone down. His stats are going down in points big time. He's down like 4 points a game. He's down on no, the last one I read, that was playoffs. My fault. The 27.7 points per game, that was playoffs. So he did pretty good in the playoffs. But in the regular season, he's down 3 points per game. He's down a rebound. Same assist. He's down a little bit on the blocks. Down on free throws. Up on 3-point percentage. So I don't know, guys. This ain't looking too good. Boy, this to me, like I said, I'm not counting this guy's money, but like I said in the past, if you go check out Uncut Hoops, he put a video out there, and he said that in the 90s, the 80s, the stands were filled with blue collar workers that really understood the game and things like that. And it wasn't just entertainment for them. They really appreciated basketball, but you look in the stands these days, it's just all white collar corporate people that just want to be entertained. To me, it's not about the fundamentals. It's just about entertainment no more. And you could tell that when you're shooting all these threes. There's no fundamentals in the game no more. So tell me what you think. Like I said, if a number two is making this kind of money, a number two is making this kind of money, I just don't know what to say. I mean, I guess this is going to be the norm now, that your number twos are going to be making this kind of money. And, guys like Luka, Greek, and Joker, and, MB, when they sign again, they're easily going to be making $500 million. So tell me what you think.